Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video, basically I wanted to talk to you guys, and it's kind of like an extension to At&t's video that he did yesterday regarding Verizon and just mobile phone carriers in general, that people kind of get it mixed up about carriers that care and don't care, and like the principles of what constitute that a carrier actually cares about their customers versus ones that don't. And, this is in regard to his video he did about Verizon, and he was talking about, the library that ended up getting roaming data charges that cost them $800. And, it's sad to hear that. These things happen, especially, when you live in a rural area where, you could have like 2 Verizon towers in your town, but for some reason your phone is connecting to, another tower. These things happen. I've seen it happen all the time. So, getting something for free doesn't mean that a company cares about you, okay? They care about your dollars. And sometimes they're willing to sacrifice goods, namely name certain items that they sell, to be free to get you tempted to join and sign up with them. Getting a free phone doesn't mean that they care about you, okay? A company who's willing to work with you, like actually be attentive to you personally and the things going on in your life, those are the companies that actually care about you, the ones that are willing to help. Now, I'm not saying that a company has to help you all the time. I mean, if you're like a repeated person that's always late on their bill and things like that, eventually enough's enough, But a company that, will be attentive to what's going on with you and work with you to come up with a solution that benefits both sides. They'll get their money and you will get your service. Those are the companies I would consider actually care about their customers. Verizon, in no way do I ever believe that they ever care about their customers. And I used to work for them. A story to share with you guys. When I used to work for Verizon, there was a guy that I ended up taking a call for. Let me backtrack a little bit though. Before I actually made it to the main floor as a customer care rep, you go through training. They train you on everything that has to do with Verizon, so you're very knowledgeable in it. So when you get on the phone, you know what you're talking about when you talk with a customer. One of the things that they push in training is that they want you to be attentive. They want you to be go above and beyond for the customer. And I'm all about that. That's cool with me, I can do that. But then when you try to do it for a company that cuts the legs out beneath you every time you try, it gets so annoying, and that's the reason why I left them. It's the reason why I quit my job with them. So I was like, screw it. And the one thing that put me over the edge is the story I'm about to share with you guys. So I got a call, and it was a guy who was a war veteran. He served in Nam, and he was on a fixed income. So, and he made that very clear. And even though he had talked to like 3 reps before me, he was very calm and collected about it. He didn't yell at me or cuss at me or anything like that. More like he was pleading with me, and I felt horrible that I couldn't do anything for him. But anyways, what had happened was, like, he's on a fixed income. He gets his check from the government every month on the 2nd of every month. And 3 days prior to his disconnection, he had called in to say, hey, I noticed that my due date is this. My services is supposed to get interrupted on this date. I don't get paid until 26 hours after that date. So is there anything you guys can do to give me like an extension? And when you look at his previous history and payments, he's always paid on time. Always. Never missed a payment. So I'm like, why couldn't we do anything for him? Like, why did we tell him there was nothing we can do? Why did we transfer him to finance and let them handle it? Because finance, in every company, the billing department, aka finance, is not there to help you. They don't give a crap about you. They just want the money. That's what their job is. Collect the money and bill you. That's it. So, I'm running around like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to go to every different person. So I'm going to my team lead. They say there's nothing they can do. So I kind of got in trouble for this because I went beyond them, and I went to the operations manager. And the operations manager was like, you need to speak to your TL. And I'm like, I did. My TL says they can't do nothing. Then the OM is like, well, we can't do nothing. I'm like, why can't we just cut his service back on? Because from the system that we use on our computer, there's a little button that says reinstate. You click that, and then their phone is reconnected, unless they change their systems now. This was back in like 2006, and yeah. So I mean, I got wrote up anyways because I told the guy, I was like, look, it was like by the time he had called me, it was like 24 hours till he got paid, and I was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna reinstate your service. You pay your bill in 24 hours because when you reconnect it, for some reason, Verizon system back then, when you reconnect their line, it would take 24 hours for them to disconnect it again. That button gets grayed out. And so I ended up pushing that button. And then I got wrote up. And because I got wrote up is the reason why I said, screw it, I'm not going to work for this company anymore. Like, you're going to penalize me for going above and beyond for a customer. Like, the guy never missed a payment. The guy never skimmed out on his bill. This was the very first time he's ever asked Verizon to cut him a break. And the only thing we can tell him is, so sorry, we can't. But pay your bill when your money comes in and we'll reconnect your service. Like, no. And, I knew he was good for it. So I reinstated the service. But, I mean, again, that's like the mentality of these companies. They don't really care about you as a consumer. They don't. And getting a free phone doesn't mean that they care about you. They don't. Giving you a free phone is just the little fish on the hook to get you to bite so they can reel you in and lock you in as a customer and get dollars out of you. It's a shady business, but you got to remember these companies are businesses. So anyways, that's my little spiel, my little rant or whatever. And it's not just Verizon. Sprint does it, T-Mobile does it, At&t does it. They all do it. It's just, we get blinded by some of the things that we get. Like with T-Mobile, I know T-Mobile screws people over. You can't sit here with a straight face and say that T-Mobile is honorable and great and cares for their customers. The reason why most people don't report T-Mobile is because what are they getting out of it? I mean, look at T-Mobile Tuesday. You get free stuff. You get discounts on various things that are not T-Mobile related. So you can get like Domino's Pizza half off. You can get a brand new pair of Adidas shoes for 60% off. You get all kinds of things through T-Mobile Tuesday. So it's like, what is given that overshadows you getting screwed over in some form or fashion? That's really, that's what they do. So anyways, if you guys have any horror stories or whatever, I'd be interested in reading your stories. Leave a comment and share your story. And yeah, I'll check it out. If you enjoyed today's video, drop a like. And that's it for right now, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And subscribe to SMT, by the way. Steve Mobile Tech. Subscribe to his channel. Great coverage on the Sprint merger, the Sprint T-Mobile merger, and just, very knowledgeable in a lot of things. And whatever you guys do not tell him you're a fan of CDMA, because that grinds his gears. And I think it's funny because I used to back CDMA before until when I finally seen exactly how crappy it is. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video, and as always, aloha.